What's up, people? This is Brewing Daddy at it again. We're about to brew up a 1 gallon West Coast Radical Red recipe by Northern Brewer. We're all set up. We got our 2 gallon pot. We got our burner here. Got our propane tank ready to go. We're gonna light it up. We got our fermenter. It is sanitizing right now with our scissors, our thermometer, our airlock's in there, and we got our spoon to stir everything up with. And let's not forget our wonderful brew here, American wheat. Tasty stuff. Gotta stay hydrated. But anyways, we're gonna get this going. We're gonna fill this up with about 1 gallon and a little more than a quarter or so of water and start getting the pot hot. So let's do it. All right, so let's see what we got in the box. We got our grains. So we got some steeping grains. We got our steeping bag. We got our liquid malt extract, and it's a 1.5 pound. We got our yeast, American ale yeast. And we have hops. We got a good bit of hops here. So we got Centennial hops. We have Chinook hops, Cascade hops, and German Pearl hops. So 4 different types of hops. And we have our fizz drops. And then we have our instructions. This is not our first time brewing this one. This is actually our second time around with this guy. So we'll be brewing this one up for you. By the way, if you guys have any recipe requests, put them in the comments. It doesn't have to be Northern Brewer. It can be any companies. We'll buy them and we'll try them out for you. So if you have any requests for recipes, just let us know. Post it in the comments. All right, so we're gonna get the pot hot. Okay, we've lit our propane burner and we've already put in 1 gallon of water. We're gonna add another about 1/2 gallon roughly. And this water's been filtered. We have a Brita water filter, and I've just started using it. This will be actually the second batch that I've made with the Brita filtered water. May do a review on that product after I've used it a little bit, but once we start trying out those recipes, we'll see how it tastes. Another thing I've done is I put the gold malt extract syrup in a pot of hot water, trying to get that to be less thick so it comes out of the bottle a little easier. We just started our propane, so we're not hot enough right now to do the grains, so we'll wait and let that warm up a little bit more, and then we'll get our grains in. In the meantime, we'll enjoy a zombie dirt. Man, that's one of my favorites. I just love all the hops in that. So good. We just checked the temperature of our water. We're at 150 degrees, so perfect time to put in the grains. So we're going to transfer these into our bag. For 1 gallon, that's quite a bit of grains actually. Tie it off good so we don't have any accidents, and we'll soak it here. Make sure it gets good and wet, and then I'm going to clip it onto the handle here with a little chip clip. All right, so we are going to start our timer. 10 minutes and we will be pulling that grain bag out. Okay, our timer just went off, so we can pull out our steeping bag. It's not gonna be long, we'll be at a boil here in a minute. So it's time to put in our gold malt extract. That was just enough to take our water out of the boiling range because it was on the verge of boiling. As soon as I poured it in, it just cooled it off. We got to get our Chinook hops. That's our first addition. That goes in right away. We're going to turn the heat back up and get this boiling again. Or bring it to a boil for the first time. It was on the verge of boiling when we poured in the liquid malt. All right, so we'll get this back up to a boil and then we'll set our timer. I believe we got to go 45 minutes. Okay, our timer is at the 20-minute mark. So we're gonna put in our German Pearl. Everything's going smoothly here. Got a slow rolling boil. Looking good. At 10 minutes remaining, we'll put in Centennial, and then with 5 minutes remaining, we'll put in Cascade. And then we'll cut the heat. We're going to put it in the ice bath, chill it, get it down to about 70, between 70 and 75, and then we're going to transfer it into our fermenter. We're at the 10-minute mark, so we're going to put in our Centennial hops. Give that a good stir. Got a really nice boil going on right now. Just the way we like it. All right, and in we have 5 minutes left, and on the timer we'll put in our last batch of hops, which will be our Cascade. We're coming up on our 5-minute mark. While we're waiting, we got everything sanitized, emptied out, air dried, our scissors, yeast packet, thermometer, airlock, plug, lid, and fermenter. So we're sitting at about 5.5 minutes remaining. Give it a good stir before we put in this last batch of hops. Get hopping for the last time. This is a nice mild red ale, I believe, and it has just the right amount of hops in it. It's not too hoppy. All right, right at 5 minutes. Let's get our Cascade in. I'll give this one last stir here. Our boil is about perfect. It's very slow, and that's what you want. All right, and in about 4.5 minutes, we'll be cutting the heat to this and getting it on some ice water. I'll go ahead and get it all iced up. I'm gonna let that sit, and it should cool down here maybe 30 minutes or so, and we'll be able to transfer it into our fermenter once it's cooled off. Okay, our wort is cooled down, so we can transfer it now into our fermenter. So let's get off our lid. get our yeast in here. Didn't use the scissors that time. All right, and get our lid back on. All right, and we're gonna let this sit for 2 weeks in a dark room that's around 70, 72 degrees, and it'll be ready to bottle, and we will get it bottled up for you. We appreciate you joining us for the brewing of our West Coast Radical Red. Do appreciate it. Please like our video, please subscribe, and you'll be automatically signed up for our monthly giveaways of merchandise and products. And please also check out brewingdaddy.com. Peace out, people. We'll see you next time.